Good evening, everybody. Good afternoon. What can I say? It's afternoon, really. Earthy Wise Woman here, and I've been told to say this. So please, um, if you enjoy my channel, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button down below because it helps the aggro. It helps the rhythms so that whatever. Anyway, for that. I wanted to talk about just nothing in particular, not herbs, not right now. I'm gonna do another herb video. Right now, I really wanted just to discuss, I guess, the everyday life of being a practitioner, a witch. And I know all of you guys are dealing with some of those things too, the everyday things. So, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she is a high priestess, and asking her how things were in her neck of the woods and such. And the thing I find fascinating among practitioners is as you become older as a practitioner, you tend to integrate your magical and your mundane seamlessly. It is what it is, what it is. This morning I worked on my garden, in my garden, and I talked to my plants, asked them how they were doing, checked on my plants that are still indoors growing and checking on them and seeing how they were, and looking at, different sources of food and what I was going to do. And the reason I say that we intertwine our mundane with our magical is that we are ever mindful to the point where we don't think about it, mindful. Don't think about it. What a contradiction that sounds like. And what I mean by that is this, guys, witchcraft is just not something, or magic is just not something you do when you want something or need something. It's a part of who you are. If you are a magical practitioner, it's a part of who you are. Um, I find that as I have gotten older as a witch, you don't cast spells as often as you did when you were younger. And I think that has a lot to do also with confidence because you realize how to avoid things that in when you were younger you didn't know how to avoid. Um, so it's like you know, I have had to tell people financially, they're like, "Well, I need more money because this item is on sale and I want to buy it." And then, you find yourself saying, "Well, okay, I understand you want to buy it, but do you need it?" And it's like, well, no, I really just, and then, they think, they consider. I consider. And what I want to say right now to a lot of you guys out there is, I know you see what's going on in the world. I don't think any of us live under a rock. I mean, if you come to YouTube, you can see the energy that things are changing, or things are becoming a little bit more I don't know if the word, I think the word is agitated out there. It is. And, magically, what I would suggest is that you more than ever shield yourself, more than you've ever shielded yourself before. Because I'm coming from a perspective of being 57 years of age. When I have always been on the path of being a practitioner all my life because it's how I was raised by my grandmothers. Um, but when I say shield, things I've had an opportunity to meditate and look at is how the world and our attitudes have changed. When I was a little girl, of course, I could, go outside and play, and my mother did not have to be so fearful of me being abducted or taken or something horrible happening to me. And now our children are really are almost like targets for pedophilia, for kidnapping, for all kinds of things that are not conducive to good health or to mental health, good in any way. Also, when I think that a lot of people feel that pagans or witches or such totally embrace the LGBT community. Embrace is a bit strong. Do I embrace it? I question it. And the reason I question it is because, statistically speaking, only 2% of the world population are truly transgender. Truly transgender. So then I must ask myself, if only 2% of the world is truly transgender, what is going on with our children? What is being said to them? What is being told to them? Because, we have a lot of people who get transgenderism mixed up with homosexuality. They are not the same. A person who is gay is comfortable in their gender, male or female. They're comfortable with their gender. They are attracted to the same gender, but they are both comfortable with who they are as far as their genitalia are concerned. A transgender is not comfortable in their own skin. It has nothing to do with relationships with other people. They're not comfortable with who they are. And that is truly, truly tragic. And it's something that I have to say is, gosh, so many words come to mind. I have to say, I wonder if who is putting in their minds, because when I was growing up, girls enjoyed playing baseball just as much as boys did. That didn't make them a boy. They just enjoyed sports. My grandson, who plays soccer and he plays, you know, he likes dolls. He likes to play daddy, and he literally is daddy to the dolls. He's not trying to be a girl. He just enjoys the nurturing side of who we are. We as people, our gender does not determine all of our mannerisms, and a lot of people need to stop thinking that it does. We are so amazing as beings that collectively we have energy from both male and female. One is not more dominant. Well, that's not quite right. If we are born female, of course that is our dominant gender, but that doesn't mean we don't have attributes of the other. And we need those. If nothing else, we need the attributes of the other ones to be able to live together in some kind of harmony, to be able to at least communicate and understand each other. Even though I might have certain attributes of masculinity, that doesn't make me a man. I love being a female. I am a female. I am in the image of the goddess, and I just glory in that, and I think that's beautiful. Um, and I think that men should be proud of being men, as they are in the image of the God. They need to embrace that, and they should not have to apologize for that. All right? You should not have to apologize for the color of your skin. The only thing a person should have to apologize for is the content of their character. I mean, I will put it like this: an asshole is an asshole in all colors and all races. You always know an asshole. It has nothing to do with the color of their skin, it has everything to do with the content of their character. And, I'm looking around today, and here we are, being, I don't know if it's severely judgmental, but I do know that we're being very critical of a lot of people. And sometimes you have to, the reason I would suggest none of you guys really truly judge a situation is not that it's wrong to judge. That's not why I'm saying don't judge a situation. It's because you don't know all the sides of it. We know what they present to us. So it's like looking at a picture of a house, and all you can see is just this flat picture. You don't see the inside. You don't know what the backside looks like or the sides. You don't know what the backyard looks like. You don't know what the inside of the house looks like. The only thing you can judge is the outside. And even in that, it's not very clear because it's a picture and you're not standing in front of the actual house. And that's basically what the mainstream media, the information we get is. It's a picture of a house. It's not the details. We don't know the insides. We don't know the outsides. We don't know anything but what they're presenting to us. So that's why I say before you put any energy into what you think you perceive as being the truth, pull back and think, wait a minute. I don't really know all of this, but I do know that situations play themselves out and eventually I will see the truth. Until then, anybody who's being harmed or hurt, please keep them safe and please let nothing happen to themselves or their families. Because in times like this, instead of having anger and hatred, compassion is a lot better and being honest. And what I mean by honest is call it for what you see. And what that is, what I mean by, because it sounds like I'm being contradictory to what I'm just saying, is this call it for what you see is this I don't see the whole picture. You know, you don't. You're not seeing the whole picture. So I can't make a judgment call. However, what I do know is that people are being hurt. Right now, the war in Israel. Who's right? Who's wrong? I know I have my consideration of who I think is right and wrong, but I still don't know the entire story. And in not knowing the whole story, I'm not going to take sides. What do I know? I know that innocent people are being caught in the crossfire and are being hurt. I know that people are being put out of their homes and are losing everything behind a motive, an ulterior that is not, you know, basically benefiting them. And that's the one thing I do know about governments. Governments look at the broad picture and they paint the broad stroke. Governments forget that they are there to serve the people, and the people are the only reason why governments are there in the first darn place. Which makes me question governments because clearly they're not caring about the people they're supposed to be serving. I'm not even gonna, because here's the thing. If my getting mad or if you getting mad and upset and butthurt about what's going on, well, if that's going to change the situation and make it better, get butthurt, get mad, get angry, scream, shout. But if it's not going to change the situation, don't. And if you are going to get butthurt and angry, don't take it out on the person on the street. Don't start hitting the little old lady or the guy who just happens to be wearing a yarmulke. Don't do that. He is a victim as much as you are. He's not the one. He didn't start this. He didn't do any of this. These are governments. You want to have you want to have a say? Protest to your congressman, your senators, your president. Mm, I don't believe I said that out loud. Anyway, those are the ones who are making the decisions. We need to put the people who are making these questionable decisions in check and remind them we pay their paychecks. We the boss. According to the Constitution, we the boss. We the people. It isn't the government telling us what we are supposed to do. It's we telling the government this is what you gonna do. Because Thomas Jefferson said that When the government rules the people, that's tyranny. But when the people control the government, that's freedom. So I want you to think about that. Do we have freedom now, or do we have tyranny? That's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, back to now that I've done my political ranting and raving. Cheers to you all. Mm. Right now, we're going into Thanksgiving, and we're also going into the winter solstice, which is going to be on the 21st of, some say the 21st, some say the 22nd. I say the 21st, which is the longest night of the year because of the way the sun is. I'm going to strongly suggest for those of you who do readings, brace yourself because the world is about to go through some serious economic changes. I would strongly suggest for anybody who has been seeing the signs to stock up on food. You know, um, don't put too much energy into the banks. Definitely don't do that. And just, realize the greatest gift that we can give each other this Yule season is love, because we're in short supply of it right now. Love your families and be grateful you have them, because there are people in parts of this world who unfortunately have lost members of their families and they are without home and without food. Best thing we can do is, if we can send them physical money and food, let us do it. But if we can't, let us send them positive energy and pray that the Lord and the Lady protects and keeps them and that their ancestors watch over them. That's the best thing we can do right now. Now, if you guys have any questions or would like me to talk on something, please let me know, because I recently was going to do there's 4 videos in my brain that I want to do on herbs, and one video I definitely want to do on a candle. So the next time I come online, I promise to have a subject matter instead of me sitting here ranting and raving. But above all, I will tell you guys, eat right. Stay away from fast food restaurants. I'm not really sure what that is that you're eating. They say it's food. I question completely that it's food, because when you put the all American or all whatever, when you put money above nutrition and profit above health, chances are you ain't getting no good food in that. So think about what I just said. And all in all, I will be putting up um, the videos that I want to craft. I'm going to start those tomorrow. One more. I'm trying to debate which one. I think I might do fennel seed first, and from there I will do a candle. Anyway, it's a Sunday where I am, and I hope you are seeing this on a Sunday. And just send positive energy out to those in need. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family, and blessed be.